welcome back to the channel, and of course girls. It's exciting times in here. The new wheel colour has been chosen. Yes, I've done the first two. No, you're not going to see them yet, but if you are on my socials, you would have seen them already, and they are looking pucker. I've just finished putting the other half of the wheels into primer, so I'm waiting for that to go off in the background. I've done my strut bracing in this colour, I've done my dipstick topper in this colour, I've done a couple of engine bits in this colour and strut bracing in the boot. I have got this bar to go into that colour as well, and if you, like I say, if you are on my socials, this is going to be no surprise to what I've gone for. My inspiration for this colour, I stole it off of my friend Mark a few years ago. I think it was a few. I would just say a couple years ago. He had a blue Saab, and he chose this colour wheel to put onto his Saab. I don't want to give too much away until you see the paint go down. So I'm trying to keep this very much hush, but it's very hard when I'm this excited. Yeah, he had a blue Saab. He put this colour on his wheels and I thought it looked brilliantly. I asked him for the colour code. Sadly, he'd forgotten it. Either that or he was just keeping it close to his chest for when he does his wheels again. I don't know. And to be perfectly honest, I don't mind because this colour is pucker. So I went to my local paint centre, literally put down I'm going to give it away now, I suppose. I put down a tube of copper grease down onto their workbench and I said, I want that colour. So the colour that I've gone for is a Toyota colour and it's called Tiger Eye. Sorry I'm walking around, I feel really fidgety and excited. Yeah, so it's called Tiger Eye and it's a Toyota colour. And it really does pop in the sun and under the light. So on this car now, I'm going to have the Ford colour, Spirit Blue. I'm going to have some red still on here because I want it to tie in with the ST badge. But a lot of the red I've now deleted and gone into this Tiger Eye colour just to tie it in with the wheels. There was just too much red in my opinion. I wanted it to be more of a highlight now, rather than an overpowering feature on the car. And I think that this colour is absolutely pucker. I'm going to show you in a second because I've got to rub back that primer. I'm not going to show you how to do that. If you want to know how, the best way to do it, wet 400 grit paper, go over it, smooth as, wait for it to dry, then you're ready for paint after tacky in again. So that's what my process is after priming, and you are then ready for putting paint on. So either way, guys. So yeah, it is looking, I'm quite happy with how the bits have come out so far. I've seen spray shops do worse, and as we have gathered by now, I am far from a professional. But yeah, happy is an understatement. Fingers crossed these two wheels here go just as smoothly as the first two. If you have not yet, if you want to go and have a look on my Instagram, ReezyTV, feel free and you will see the progress of some stuff that I've done already. I was just too excited. I had to get it onto my socials as quick as possible because I thought it looked absolutely stunning. I just want to say thank you to Unit 5 Motorsport for supplying me with top of the range Bosch battery. Cheers Christian, that's highly appreciated. I started the car up the other day to test for boost leaks. There wasn't any signs of any boost leaks, but there was a stuttering from the engine. It was, you know how the ticky noise goes on? It's a very ticky engine anyway, these 1.6 EcoBoosts, but instead of it being a constant tick, it was a tick, a pause, a tick, a pause. The rev meter in the cockpit, driver's seat, whatever you want to call it, wasn't jumping or anything. It was sat where it should be at 750 revs, And so yeah, I don't believe there is any boost leak. So fitting that boost pipe, to my knowledge, touch wood, was a success. So we are now ready in that department to get the front bumper on and to square it all up, try and get it as tight as we can, ready for the wide body kit. But yeah, that's another thing to get done. So now then guys, I've got all that all rubbed back nice and smooth. It should be nice and dry and ready for paint. I've not mixed the paint yet, but I'm going to show you guys what it is. It's going to be very difficult holding the camera and trying to do this at the same time. From a distance, it does look particularly brown, but I can assure you it is a nice bronze. Yet again, personal opinion. When these wheels came with the car, they were a gold colour. I understand why people get it. Gold and blue does. It's a classic combination, mainly seen on Subarus, but when I got those wheels second hand, like I say, everything I'm just saying is just personal opinion. The gold looked rather tacky, made the car look cheap, and I was not entirely impressed with the condition of them. So that's why they ended up in black. They went gloss black. On the JR website, don't quote me on this, but I had a look, and they don't do them in gloss, they do them in a matte finish black. So I was already one up on that. So like I say, I'd done them in gloss black. Rattle can jobby, because I didn't have any of this set up, and they lasted well for about 8-9 months. The front wheels lasted perfectly fine, but the rear wheels, for some particular reason, got absolutely riddled in stone chips. I don't know why. I would have thought it would be the front that got damaged, not the rear, but it was the rear for some reason. There's probably a reason for it. I don't know. So yeah. So then guys, here is the colour being mixed up. That is why I'm so excited. How nice does that look? That is got nothing added to it yet. That's just straight from the tin. You can obviously see I've used a fair amount already, but I have sprayed a fair amount already. So I'm going to mix that now to the ratio 2:1. Chuck it in my gun. And then we are going to cue a time lapse, and I'm going to get the base coat down onto the wheels. So please sit back and enjoy some really cheesy music, and yeah, chill out and watch me do some work. So then guys, here is how it's looking in the base coat. You know very much well that is still very wet. I haven't put any clear coat on it just yet, but you can get the rough idea. Of course, there's a little bit of dust gathering on it now. When that dries off, I'll whip that off with a tack rag before I clear coat. I'll probably clear coat off of camera because it's exactly the same process as any other spray video that you're watching. But this is the colour that I think will absolutely be banging against the blue. Nice dark bronze. At the moment it's looking rather goldy, very girly, bit lighter than how it dries. I was starting, you've probably noticed in that quick video that I started on this and then I stopped. and then I went back to it. That's because for some strange reason I started getting a slight reaction in the spraying. I put it down to lack of heat, so I did flick the heater on, and lo and behold, as soon as I flicked the heater on and then went over quickly with the gun again, the paint did take to it. So there is no reactions from what I can see, and that is looking absolutely pucker. So happy days with that one. That's the bar that goes across the top. It's held in place by the old brackets that hold your seats in place. And then there's I've got a cargo net in there, like a proper race net, that just needs then nailing or screwing or staple gunning or something to the floor to hold it in place. So that's going to be for a later date. So then this is how it's looking wet. Of course, I've now got the tedious job of waiting for it to dry. But hopefully you guys get the idea of where we're going with this. But over here, this is the exciting bit. I get to do a bit of a Blue Peter moment here. Over here in the back, I have got two I have done earlier. So there we have it. This is what it goes like when it's dry. And how pucker do they look? I mean, I'm no pro, as I keep saying, and you're probably fed up of me saying, but I think they look absolutely stunning. In the prep stage, yes, I did do a lazy boy prep. Yes, I did leave the tyres on, but I did take the weights off. So before they are fitted, I need to go back down to my local wheel place and get them rebalanced. Hopefully that doesn't cost too much, like a tyre on and off jobby would have done, but hopefully it's not too much. So yeah, as I previously stated as well, I've been using that colour in the engine bay. So let me just cover these bad boys up again. Don't want to get too much in the way of clear coat dust and God knows what else on them. I just had a bit of spare bubble wrap lying around, so I thought I'd just use it as a dust sheet. But in here, oh, there we go. I've done the bonnet latch, I've done the positive terminal, I've done the strut brace going across, and I've done my dipstick. You can see I've still got a bit of red in there. I'm waiting on a new ST badge to come for here. The one that I had on there was not up to par, let's just say, so I pulled it off. So yeah, I'm never going to delete all the red because there's a few red details in the paintwork, and I've got these pipes in red as well. I have deleted this red pipe up here, switched out for some blue hose. I left my Instagram, so when you want to be hitting up guys, in red. When that cone filter is clean, that's going to be red. So there is still going to be hints in here, but you can see now that it's starting to tie in quite nicely with the wheels that I've got on the go. So I like to try and keep all the colours roughly the same. If I'm going to be using one shade of black, I keep it at one shade of black. Same as like if I have this one carbon fibre sort of fakey bit, I've got exactly the same carbon fibre across. Those caps were originally red as well, so that was a good move deleting them out. Also the AirTech stencil at one point was red, but I had a little bit of a lockdown project and refurbed the intercooler and done it in white. So yeah, I think that it's looking a hell of a lot smarter. If the clear coat comes out on those wheels and that bar over there, as it has turned out on the rest of the stuff I've got going on here, we are going to have one smart looking car here, lads and lasses. We really are going to have a smart looking car. Not a smart car, they're tiny, but a smart looking car. Right then guys, I think I'm going to call it an episode now. Thanks for tuning in. If you like what you see with these wheels and the colour schemes I've got going on, don't forget to punch that thumbs up button below. Every thumbs up does make the difference to the channel, and it shows your support, and I do appreciate it. So thanks for watching today, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next episode.